Hello to all you coaches out there. My name is Bally Binning, and my intention with these short clips is to provide insight to those of you who are new to coaching, or for those of you who want to hear about some of the steps a coach may take. So today I'm going to be talking about SMART goals, getting smart. And what does that mean? The idea came about by Locke in 1968, in which he found that having SMART goals enhanced performance. And I've certainly found this to be helpful in my own practice, and I'm here today sharing this with you. So the acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and relevant, and timed. So we begin by getting specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? This is a question that you pose to your client, allowing them to provide as much detail as possible. Define that. And again, you could probe and ask further questions. For the purpose of this short clip, I'm just going to be mentioning some questions here that will help focus us in understanding setting SMART goals. Then we'd move on to measurable. How will you know when you've reached your goal, that you've been successful? This can be made quantifiable. So assign it a value. So I find it helpful to put a value of 1 to 10. And again, define this. Moving on, achievable. Ask your client to think of the resources that are going to be needed in achieving this goal. Reminding your client that time is a resource. Again, so this can be defined. Now moving on to realistic and relevant. What will a successful outcome look like, and some of the results you are wanting to achieve? How will this affect your life? How will this change your life? So those are some of the questions. So again, we can define this. We'd move on to now thinking about setting time, thinking about chunking the activities and taking those steps to move closer in attaining the goal. This is critical. And again, this is about planning, thinking about the task, what steps will help ensure that your client moves closer to attaining the goals. You'd want to finish by recapping on what the session has covered. And in a follow-up session, of course, you would want to start by thinking about those tasks that your client has taken since the last conversation, but also making sure that you do think about tasks and separate those to the actual goal or goals, because often this tends to get lost. So in essence, this is a very short snapshot of the steps that I take. I will be providing a detailed example in another clip, but for the purpose of today, I'd like to say thank you. And that was about getting smart and some of the questions. And like I said, there are many more. Thank you again and happy coaching. Bye from me.